Set, excited. It is my favorite day of the week, Wealth Wellness Wednesday. Good morning, everyone. This is Carol, aka Naughty Boss, live with two
Sisters. Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Wellness Diva 5.0, Wealth Wellness Wednesday. I am just wrapping my hand wraps here as we're jetting on the airwaves here. And, I always say this sometimes when I'm doing the controls and blah, 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 and the tagline, sometimes honestly, I don't know what to say. And I'm like, what do I say? And I'm like, and we are well, and I did well in capital letters. Not sure why that happens, but shit happens and you got to improvise where you can improvise. So Wealth Wellness Wednesday, so much to chat about. Yesterday we were, talking about, I triumphed over my flat tire thing. And I think it's so funny because, of course we look at different situations that pop up. And of course, nobody expects, for whatever reason, nobody expects a flat tire, right? Whatever your situation is, but it's how you react to it. And of course you get first a little frazzled and like, I couldn't get a hold of Gary. Anyways, what I wanted to say about that whole situation is when you are in the midst of that, because I think this is really important, step back for a moment. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm in a safe place. I'm inside the studio. It's warm. Like kind of draw it back a little bit and think of all the blessings, even with a flat tire. I'm warm, I'm safe. And I just wanted to spread that along because, I know that we obviously get frazzled when things like that happen, and just wanted to share my little something about something. And I'm sure I'll come up with nothing about nothing. So,
well, first off, it's okay that well was all caps because I look at it two ways. It means that either you're arguing, which of course we're not, because a lot of people say when you do all caps, you're like yelling at somebody. So I'm looking at it as we're shouting it out about being well. There's nothing wrong with that, anything wrong with that, because it is Wellness Wednesday. And we look at it a little differently than most people. We are talking specifically, we always have a theme specifically, and it has to do with at the end of the week. And today is about understanding, appreciating, and embracing to have a good relationship, a healthy relationship with money, because that creates wealth. And there's nothing wrong with talking about wealth. We're not talking about bells and whistles, that type of wealth. We're talking about what you can do when you have more money, but also just having that healthy relationship, because then it attracts more. And, whatever you put out into the universe happens to be action. And when they're positive actions regarding health, wellness, mindset, having a healthy relationship with money, you receive it back in tenfold. Is this a magic wand? Do you receive it like yesterday? No, that's not what we're talking about. It's a mindset. It's changing habits that create a better mindset. So when we talk about entrepreneurs and or brick or mortar professions, whoever works at actually a building, or whether you're working at home, or whether you're an entrepreneur and your own CEO, there are ways to create that feeling of this is what my goal is. This is what I'm going after. And think about projects within your own community. So we're gonna monetize. We're gonna like bring it down to a smaller level that will monetize it in such a way that's doable. So what we talk doing it about having to do with an act of kindness, because we know that gratitude is one of the greatest emotions of all times. And when you give to other people, it sparks them that same reaction and excitement. Especially, I always talk about gift giving. Thanksgiving is next week. Geez, we're like 8 days away from that. Found a turkey. I'll talk about that in a minute. But the point being, while I love Thanksgiving, I think the mystery and the blessings of Thanksgiving should, just like Christmas for me, it's 365 days of the week, right? 365 days of the year. Do we have specific holidays that really showcase that feeling? Absolutely. Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever holiday you celebrate, that gives you that feeling of giving a gift rather than receiving a gift. But the point being is that kind of feeling should be 365 days out of the year, every single day, right? So while we have a theme for everything, we specifically chose Wednesday for many reasons. Obviously, because of the W, wellness, wealth. It's in the middle of the week. It's kind of a reset. Okay, I had Mindset Monday, or Sunday, I was really organizations. Monday was my mindset. Tuesday, I really kind of went through what I triumphed over. So now it's to the point now we should be in that mindset. Okay, we're in our groove, right? Some people always think of, okay, it's hump day. I don't think of it as the week is half over. I always think of that the week has been half full. And now I'm filling the other half from Wednesday on till I get to the weekend. So when you have that mindset, it creates this energy that you just naturally adapt to because you're forming better habits. So when we talk about a financial exchange, it is not a financial exchange with your ordinary charity that you already normally give to. That's not what we're talking about. Does it mean that you're loaning your kids money? Nope. Does it mean that your wallet is empty and your partner has money and I need some money? No. Fill up my wallet. No, that's not what we're talking about. It's a financial exchange with someone that you don't know. Now, the reason why that is, that can be a little scary at times. Now, we're not necessarily talking about going up to somebody and giving them money, although we've had people do that. Once in a while, I do that. And they're like, is this like fake money? We're like, what's going on here? Why would you be doing this? So no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about an unsuspecting person in an unsuspecting way. And the blessing of that is sometimes you know, and sometimes you don't know who it's going to. Most of the, and what I mean that is, are you present when you realize that they receive it? So we always give examples, simple examples, but we love creative ones. One of my favorites is, especially now since the gas prices have skyrocketed, instead of where they put where you would normally put your credit card in, I fold up a bill to the size of a credit card and I insert it enough where it's sticking out where they're like, okay, am I on candid camera? Why is there money in the credit card, thing? Is anyone looking? So sometimes I'll wait back and I just love to see the person's face. Like, they're looking around for a camera. So it's kind of funny, but you're like, you brought joy to them. And because you brought joy to them, because they were unsuspecting that this blessing, whether it's $1, $5, $10, whatever it is, because it's not about the monetary amount, it sparks them to feel good. Maybe they were having a shitty day. Like, we never know because we're not in someone's shoes. Maybe they were running late. Maybe they're like, oh my God, do you realize how much I can only get like $6 of gas and that doesn't even get me 2 gallons, but that's all I can afford right now. So maybe that $5 is going to help them say, ooh, now I can either get, another gallon, or I can get, definitely 2 gallons and still get a cup of coffee. We don't know how we're going to impact someone's life. And as I said, the greatest emotion is gratitude. So when you do that, the gift that the person giving the unsuspecting person receives gratitude too. They receive a grateful heart because they know they've just maybe changed the focus of that person's day. Maybe they were derailing into a really snowball of yuck. Like, I'm in traffic, I'm running late, toot. Oh my God, this person cut me off. Why am I sitting in this traffic? Get over, get out of the left lane. I gotta go. So, maybe it gives that person time to pause and reflect and say, you know what, today's not so bad if I run a little late. Okay. What do you think, Jim?
Well, Wealth Wellness Wednesday is one of those days to really reflect, I think, too. And I'm sure a lot of people are doing that, especially with the upcoming holidays, next week, obviously, Thanksgiving. And I think it just goes to show you that it's not about the monetary amount. It's about the exchange of energy to share good in the world without being the forefront of it. I think it's always exciting. I don't know if I ever chatted about this before, but I try to do it every Wednesday, but sometimes I don't get to until Saturday. Saturday, this one particular place that we go to, and I don't want to say because I don't want to give it away just in case this person is out there, but it was so neat for me to do this. For this person is a veteran, and him and his wife come into this establishment and a few times I've paid for their breakfast, and just the excitement to see this man's excitement and to see him look around like, who did this, like, and when he comes in, and we see him every week, and when he comes in, I still see him looking around like he's still trying to figure out, like who it is. And I just love seeing that. And in fact, last week or the week before, this person went up to one of Gary's cousins. Now they know what transpired, and he asked the cousin, did you do this, or do you know who did this? And she's like, no, but that's kind of awesome. So the mystery continues for this couple, and you can see that they're like, and even the wife is looking around like, who could it possibly be? So I heard him say last week or the week before, it's got to be, we see the same people every week, it's got to be somebody within this, but he's still trying to figure out. And what a joy for him to feel, for him and his wife, that to be recognized, for somebody to do that for them, must be such a way for him and his wife to just something to talk about during the day. Like, you imagine I just imagine sometimes if they're close to us, I can hear, and they still talk about it. And I love that. And it's, it's spreading that kindness. So it wasn't the act of kindness that I did. And I'm not boasting myself, but what I'm saying is the act of creating that, and it's still, the ripple effect is still going on.
And it's, just that feeling of they're a good Samaritan, there are good people out there. And I'll give you another example of that. I had to, I was running errands yesterday, was getting, my timetable was getting shortened. And you know how, when you're at a timetable and you reach, okay, I gotta get to the next thing. So you stress out a little bit. So I quickly threw in groceries into the car. And because I was like fumbling with all the bags, trying to hurry up, I inadvertently left my phone in the carriage, right next to where, and literally I always put the carriage back into the carriage area, but the carriage, there was just carriages everywhere, and I was in such a rush, so I left it in that area. So there's a lot of carriages there. Started off on my way, and then, I always, make sure that, like most people do, when you get in the car, you've got your pocketbook here, your bottle of water, like you have kind of things in place. And I'm like, okay, where's my phone? I said, oh, it must have just fallen on the side. And then it dawned on me, oh my Lord, I left it in the carriage. Now, today, in today's society and world, you don't know, what is going to transpire. And phones, really, the way they're programmed today, if you found a phone, there's not much you could even do with it, because you'd have to have it reset, or, there's obviously a password on it, and you really couldn't do anything with it. But it is one of the brand new phones that are out there. So I thought, I don't know, maybe they could do something with it. You never know. So obviously I was frantic, because we know our electronics are so much a part of who we are. And even though I update and download and whatever, it's still just, and me and phones and trying to get them reprogrammed is a job in itself. So anyways, I did frantically go back, went into that area, and now all the carts are neatly all lined. I'm like, which cart was it? And I'm trying to look at all these carts, and then I just said, so I ended up running in, and your heart's pounding, and you're like, oh, please, Lord, hopefully there was a good Samaritan out there. And there was. My phone was turned in. And it really gives you a sense of a good feeling because of all the things that are going on in the world, that there are good Samaritans out there. We as a people, that, humanity does exist, even though, we see a lot of stuff that just isn't good. And Wellness Wednesday is one of those days that you give thanks. And if you can spark that good Samaritan kindness and grateful heart in other people, it's a positive thing, right?
It sure is. And, it sparks so many amazing feelings to feel that feeling, to share that feeling. And on the flip side of that, what I do want to say is, kindness and gratitude goes such a long way. Maybe if it's moving the shopping cart from behind, maybe someone was a little lazy enough and put the shopping cart behind an older person's car who in a handicap situation. Maybe it's just like moving that cart out of the way for them because you see them struggling. Not just saying that anybody out there did that, but maybe I'm referring to that, just saying. It's, the act of being kind and sharing that, spreading that. So, it's such a good feeling. Like, there's so much goodness in the world. And even with everything going on all over the world, there is so much goodness in the world. And that's what we're about creating that ripple effect. And how amazing is it that you get to partake in that and add value to somebody's life?
Exactly. I was muting myself because I literally have the lawn man weed vacuum right in front of my window, and I wasn't sure whether you could hear.
Oh, I was wondering what. Yeah, I heard a little bit.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to mute out a little bit. He stopped right now, but I don't know what they're having a conference right outside the window, literally. I don't know what's going on there. I think he might have come too close and hit the house, is what I'm assuming, because I heard some thumping going on. But you know what? We don't want to make him feel bad. We, bring some stucco or whatever the stuff is and just fix it. I don't know. Maybe there's a bush that'll cover it up. I'm not really sure what's going on out there. But anywho, today is Wellness Wednesday. What are you going to do to impact others? We always talk about it's a financial exchange, but don't, some people will do double their tip. I'm going to give you some quick ideas. Some may, again, it has nothing to do with the monetary amount. It's $1. That's all you can do. Do it. Again, it has nothing to do with the monetary amount. It's just the physical act, the action it takes to create that ripple effect. Some creative ways. Somebody I know, and actually I've done this too, is you just get 10 $1 bills, and if a lot of times now people's windshield wipers are further down, but some people, if they're up, they'll just stick $1 bill under there, and you're like, because normally what's funny about it is normally you get like a flyer, a sale, whatever, like who leaves $1 bills on someone's windshield? That's a creative way. We have so many people that we know, as well as our listeners and viewers, who love pets, right? Their pets are their children. So maybe go down the pet food aisle and sneak in bills into, either food or litter boxes or toys, whatever it may be. Now it's the holiday season. Obviously, Christmas is in full swing from a storefront perspective. So maybe, you see the stockings lined up, maybe go ahead and stick, dollar, instead of it, just stick $1 bill in each one, or $5, whatever it may be, coins, because everyone, sometimes we joke around about getting coal. Well, what if you came home, you're like, what the heck is shaking in here? And you feel quarters in there. So there's so many creative ways to share that act of kindness. It's not about the monetary amount. What it does is you showing that you're giving an unsuspecting person, and the universe has such a way to take that energy of goodness and back. Believe me, there's more than enough sources and money and all that for everyone. It's how you create the mindset to create more wealth with having a healthy relationship with money. And that's what it's really all about. And that with more wealth, you can impact more people.
It certainly is. And you know, I was on my morning clubhouse in the room that I go into, Ever Mindful. And Dr. Lori was on there talking about her journey with cannabis and, you know, how she's created these different products. And I just love listening to the passion of somebody's voice sharing their story. And to me, I was thinking about Wealth Wellness Wednesday, and I'm like, this person, and I think I want to say she's in California. I could be mistaken. Forgot where she's from, but there's people all over the world in this specific room. And I've chatted on there before, and I was up on stage, but hearing her share her story, and I thought, Wealth Wellness Wednesday, like she's sharing her story. She's inspiring me. There was about 40 people in this room. Like, how good is that? Those people are going to go out and share. And I just think that it's so amazing to be able to do that. So many amazing things to share.
That's right. That's right. And, you know, we're entering into that season. The season where it's jolly, but you don't want to get the jolly junk in the gut, you know. So we are going to be talking about a detox that we're coming up with. Do we have a date on that? We were thinking about.
We have to discuss that. So we will let everyone know. It's going to be amazing. I'm not saying it's going to be easy.
No. Well, detox is never easy because a lot of people don't know when they're going through that detox, I just feel icky. I feel I got a headache. I got a stomach ache. Well, that's your body saying, thank you. Thank you. Now I'm getting rid of this crap. And a lot of people, it's hard to push through the ick of detox, but I'm telling you, you will feel your energy will clean up. And you know what, regardless of even people that eat more of a healthy lifestyle and live a healthy style, they're like, oh, I don't need to detox. Yes, you do, because it's not just about the food we eat. It's the chemicals we're around, the air that we breathe, inadvertently different things that maybe you overlooked that you've introduced to your diet that really is not good for your specific gut health. So it's always good to do, and I'm starting this more on a regular basis, at least every 90 days to do a detox. I really like to do it every 60 days. Just because of what I was just diagnosed with, and that is going to help kind of maintain that healthier gut in a more balanced way for what I need. And the same with anyone else out there. You know, we always talk about that. We look different. We have different personalities. Well, guess what? Our gut health is different too. So sometimes we've got to tweak things. We are not one size fits all, because we would be boring if that was the case.
So true. So true. And yeah, we will definitely keep you posted on the detox, and we'll be putting up the information about that very soon. And on that note, this is Wealth Wellness Wednesday with Two Sistas. Go out and make a positive impact, share and exchange, create that ripple effect. And wow, what a wonderful world it is. And on that note, my name is Janice, aka Wellness Diva 5.0, and I am with Two
Sistas, and this is Carol, so aka Naughty Buffs Live. We will see you tomorrow for What's Trending on Trending Thursday. And we always say, don't always just look for what's trending. You be the trendsetter. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Have a great day.